We're going to get started in just a minute, guys. Fanboy Modeling School. We're going to get started in just a moment. Welcome to Fanboy Modeling School. I'm ready. Are you ready, my friend?
Let's do this.
Let's do this ASMR style. Fanboy Modeling School. Welcome. Laney-O, welcome in.
Laney.
Wow, wow. Checka, bubba, boom, boom. Shaka laka lolo. Shimmerly, shakily, loo, loo.
Air massage. Chakra ball. What's going on, man?
I am living that dream. How are you, my friend?
Another day, another dollar for the man, but I made it.
I'm making negative dollars these days, my man. I'm making negative dollars.
You know what, though, man? That may very well be true, right? But the one thing you don't ever have to deal with is nonsensical business calls, business meetings, and all types of shit.
Oh yeah, I'm done. The reason why I am in poverty is I don't accept. You know what? I will not stand for anything less than perfect. That's where I'm at my stage.
Hey, there you go. So
anyway, we have Fanboy Modeling School to do. The greatest podcast of all time. I am the Fat Mantis, now in HD, and I'm here with my man
Steve, the Hold Up TV.
And we're here to bring you all the latest news and jokes and comedy and shenanigans in pop culture, nerdcore information, and God knows what else. Maybe sometimes we might trick you, pull out the UFC or something like that. We've had an interesting week of shenanigans.
Yeah. Interesting fight weekend. Fights came on earlier, so I missed it, and I don't do recaps on fighting anymore. You know how obsessive I can become about MMA and combat sports. So if I miss it, I'm not watching it later. I'll be up all night. Watching all of it.
I actually had an answer for you. I had like something.
What's that?
I'll talk to you off camera about it.
Okay.
I know how you can scratch that itch and like make it count. Make the scratching count.
I like that. I like it. Now here's the crazy thing, man. Brian Ortega went up against Yair Rodriguez this weekend. This is just some honorable mention stuff. The narrative that's being spun, Yair Rodriguez, who's typically known as a striker and quite the dynamic striker, has a kind of loose Taekwondo-ish style.
Right.
He's developed really well under Izzy Martinez as his wrestling coach. Great kid from Mexico City, I believe, or Tijuana. I can't remember. But not known as a grappler. But that's something you have to embrace if you're going to move up in the MMA rankings. Ortega, obviously, black belt, legit BJJ player, and his striking is, it's kind of there. He doesn't have great head movement, which is, typical of a lot of guys doing grappling. Got tapped out by Yair Rodriguez, man. I think it was a head and arm. No, was it an arm bar? I forget what the submission was. I haven't even watched the fight, but essentially, the narrative being spun is that Ortega, his arm popped out, and it's a TKO because he was injured. But the problem is what came first, the chicken or the egg. His arm popped out because he was stuck in a submission that he tried to get out of, and that's why it popped out. So I think it's unfair that people are trying to take that away from Yair Rodriguez. He did a good job, man. He did what
haters are going to hate. It's always going to be hater season for somebody.
And then next honorable mention. I mean, this could have been a topic, but I just feel like it's been beat to death. But I had to bring it up. And if you want to talk about it, we can get into it. Lord of the Rings.
I don't love that as a topic. I don't. Yeah.
Rings. Eleni says, "Oof, ouch." Yes, Eleni. It completely. This portion. What is this? The rotator right here. I believe. Yeah. Now or something to that effect, but Rings of Power, man, ratioed bad.
So
except for in Brazil. Apparently, the Brazilians don't have a problem with anything coming out. They upvoted it. They love it over there.
they love everything. You realize that they're the most popular country other than America, like what's left of America, for DC love, for being DC lovers.
I had heard
they're like, yay, Superman. I'm like, no one likes Superman. What are you doing, bro? Like,
I think that's why they got the Wonder Woman comic, which DC wasted no time in ruining the Brazilian, the Amazonian Wonder Woman. But you said you didn't want this as a topic, so let's not talk about that. But why?
The reason why I don't want to talk about it's not like it's off. We can talk about it if you want to.
Yeah.
But what it is I find a lot of haters on the internet, and I'm wondering if it's just their own little bubble of hatred. At the end of the day, when this series comes out, how do we know people aren't just going to watch it?
I'm watching it, but this is my thing, and this is the conversation you and I have always had. This Miss Marvel will be the first thing that I did not watch premiere day or binge like directly after it ended. And that's not for any other reason than just like I couldn't bring myself to watch it, but I spoiled it for myself. I'm gonna watch Rings of Power. I'm a true Lord of the Rings nerd, as you know, man. I'm into the expanded quote unquote universe, the canonical stuff, the stuff that was just Tolkien's crazy, Scott bourbon induced writings, and even some of the stuff of his sons. I love it all, so I'm gonna watch it, man. I do agree with you that some people, content creators, got to content create, right? And they got to spin the narrative, so we don't know yet.
Right. There's sometimes, and I'll give you an example. The same group of people who are doing this, and I'm not going to say who they are. Same people who are repping this are the same people who are overly exaggerating, saying things like Captain Marvel flopped, or Captain Marvel. People are selling fake seats. Like Disney bought all the seat tickets for Captain Marvel to not look like a failure. And I'm like, you don't have any evidence of this nonsense.
No, none.
And so they're the same people who spin that kind of crap. I don't need it. I like some of these people give you good content, but I feel they have an agenda, and I don't like. I'm not interested in joining the agenda wars.
No. And and again, shout out to Young Ripper, officially cleared 2 million.
2 mil.
I have to make sure this is stated. This is not a crowd-funded project. The books are already made. These are either orders or donations, Mantis. Like, and people keep trying to discredit his little movement over there because they're like, it's just another crowd-funded conservative. I'm like, no, man, books out. It's he spent $100,000 of his money to get everything done, and they'll be shipping in August. So shout out to him, Eric D. July. $2 million. That has to be a record for indie comics. Like, it has to be. That might have beaten Marvel's sales.
Right.
Total publication. I was looking for Bax, what up, my sister? I was looking for it. I cannot find a place where I can find what their total gross revenue for for trades were. Like how much they sold this year. So I mean, shout out to him, and screw him at the same time. I'm not getting that money, but shout out to him for doing it, man.
Maybe he'll, when he expands, he'll need another writer. So maybe he'll hire me.
What about me? That doesn't help me. We're gonna be like, oh, there's my bum friend, by the way.
I'll take you out to dinner. We'll go to the fights or something. Welcome back, Laney.
Okay. Hey, and congratulations to you on returning to Green Room. I was in there all day today. I had you plugged up at work, and had to turn you down a few times. Some language.
I'm sorry. I'm trying.
No, it's totally cool. We were listening to Mothership Monday. Also, great episode. I like the assessments and conclusions that you and Lainey came to in regards to zombies. That's kind of a hard topic to unpack, right?
It is.
It's like, if there's one thing Christians, atheists, Republicans, liberals, and AOC supporters can agree on, proving that zombies exist, that a reanimated corpse is a real thing, that's a tough sell.
Yeah, no, it was tough, but we use both science and other stuff.
You guys got really sciencey tonight. Break it out, graphs,
keep it real. Basically, one day I'm hoping that me and Lainey basically become the real Ghostbusters. Yep. We're gonna have proton packs and jumpsuits, and we're gonna just run around.
So here's the thing we were enjoying about Mothership Monday at work today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Real compliment for you and Lainey. It's very relatable and easy to sit like sit through and listen, right? There's a point where people do these type of paranormal and conspiracy theory type shows, and you start using conspiracyese, right? You stop speaking English and you start speaking in conspiracy theory, and then you lose the audience. All the guys at work really enjoyed it. Everyone that came in thought it was funny. So
yo, thank you. Oh my god, that means a lot. That means absolutely a lot to hear that. Bex, just a bit of red, yes, thank you for all that, absolutely, for all that praise. It was a tough episode, but a fun episode. Yeah. Lainey's a great partner in that respect, and it's
amazing chemistry.
Good stuff is happening over there, and I love it. And yo, shout out to you. Your shows are going excellently. Last night you guys had kind of like
that was rough.
A heavy topic. That's the word I want to use. Heavy.
Yeah, it was very, very heavy. I just want to say something on behalf of my co-host DaVinci. Yes, we have completely different views on a number of things. No, respect to you, Lainey. Thank you. But it's so great to see her more and more, become more than just that shadowy figure, doing the feminist up lives on Spoon. Like, I think that in DaVinci's defense, because she is my partner, I think people forget sometimes that, like, included in being extremely intelligent, she's a human being. She has real human feelings and stuff like that. So I thought it was a great episode. It was really hard. I'm gonna tell you, man, like, that was one of those ones where I was like, I don't want to go too far left or right, because this stays up on the internet. People could take your information as permission. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's difficult.
Absolutely. So, yo, today's topics, we got some crazy topics today. For first and main topic, we're gonna have to talk about this Mandalorian extended trailer drop. Well, it didn't drop, it leaked.
Yeah.
And supposedly there's also rumors about some other Disney Plus shows, which
bad business.
They're on a map toward hell. Someone is trying to crash the Disney ship.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling maybe Warner Brothers is getting revenge or something, because they're making some bad moves.
Right? Okay, we'll get into it. What else we got?
Also, YouTube switches its algorithm. It's important that we discuss this, because not only can we criticize them, but me and you are gonna we need to talk about this, because we have multiple channels, including joint channels, right? Here on Fight Juice. And it's important that the Fight Juicers are here. Oh, wait, the other Fight Juicers aren't here. I don't know why, but okay. So I guess they don't have to hear it.
Petty McPetterston. Petty much too, were you, Petty?
Have you met me? Have you freaking met me? The phone I used to stream on Spoon with, when I was done with Spoon, I burnt it because I didn't want to look at that phone again.
I make sense. Don't even get me started. I'm not a loser, RM. I defended you. I called this man Petty.
Oh, RM is here. Welcome. She, and she just slid in, but she slid under the wire. So, but welcome. Yeah, Gray. GoFundMe. Removing certain funds, keeping some other questionable ones. We're going to get into that because people are enraged right now.
They should be mad.
Yeah, and then of course we got to talk about AOC and the cat calling heard around the world.
Bro, I knew we were going to get into it. I'm just going to. Can we start there first, man?
Please, let's do it right now.
Listen, I don't agree with 85% of the things that comes out of AOC's mouth, but I respect her. I respect her for her grind, her hustle. I respect her for her tenacity. I respect her as a young person that got involved, even if we're on opposite sides of the spectrum on a lot of these issues. I really do respect that about her. Now, I'm going to say this. My smoke right now is split in two directions, and AOC is not the target of any of the smoke I'm about to kick. It's towards her weak-wristed, limp dick fiance that didn't punch that motherfucker in his mouth.
Right.
He disrespected her like that.
Right, because he was there. He was walking on the stairs.
He walked up the stairs with her. And then to my conservative friends, if you're supporting what this dumbass did, right? You cannot call yourself socially conservative, right? You can't. So that's me right there. I just wanted to get that out.
People are picking like sides in the all the wrong. It's bad actors.
Yeah.
things are the wrong sides, and they're like, why don't you cool it? It's totally calm. Oh, really? Would you like it if I heckled your wife and said, oh, look at your beautiful big bootied wife when you're walking into your office building? Would you like that?
Bro, there's trolling and then there's outright disrespect, right? And I'm not the first person to jump on the yes, Lainey. I'm livid. Lainey, I'm so livid. I work really hard at not putting hands on people on a day-to-day basis, but I promise you, if anyone disrespected any of my female friends, whether I don't agree with you or not, or my wife that way, I'm putting that dude I'm putting him on the dirt, man. That's insane. And then he called her my favorite big booty Latina. If you're not up to speed, AOC is walking up the stairs to the Senate. She did look extremely nice. Let's not act like she's not an attractive woman, but that doesn't mean that you need to freaking harass her when she's outside. And I don't think she's ever faced anything like this publicly.
Well,
idiot. Go ahead, my brother.
No. Finish your thought.
This I forget the cat's name, but he's a contributor, I believe, for the Blaze. Don't quote me on that. And he's standing outside and he's like, oh, it's my favorite big booty Latina, AOC. Ooh, look at that booty. Hot like a tamale. Like she
Courtney Monroe was in the house. Hello, Shaolin. How are you? I'm here. Laugh out loud. Okay. Attendance. Everyone has checked the attendance boxes now.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's mad disrespectful. Like
it is. So there's multiple ways we could take it on. And the first one, I like your take on this. It is utterly disrespectful and shameful that this guy.
Right.
This guy's an ass. He should have been punched. Whatever. Disrespectful dude. The other take that I have to say is what I don't care if coming from her, and she's done this before. She did this particularly during January 6th. She hyper exaggerated the event on her own tweet.
Right.
She said the guy was saying profanity. She was quoting him and saying way looser ass shit, way more disrespectful shit. And I was like, oh my God. And then she was like, and the worst thing is the Capitol Police just stood there. You know, what is funny is the Capitol Police guy laughed.
Yeah.
When he said my big booty Latina, you see the cop look up in the video and he goes, he chuckles.
He's gonna get a rip for that one. You know, his lieutenant is like, damn it, Johnson. Didn't we tell you about this? Yes. If we're gonna be fair and balanced, maybe her representation of it was a bit exaggerated.
Just like she made it seem like she was on death's door, like she was gonna get murdered from on January 6th. Turns out she was in a different building.
Right.
So like,
not defending her. I'm just saying that, like, but excuse me, my smoke though for sure is for this asshole. Like, and I'm not talking about the guy screaming the thing out. You know, why didn't her fiance say something? He's a big dude.
Have you seen him?
He's a burly ginger. Where's the ginger pride?
No, here's the thing. He is a burly ginger, but you can tell
Beta.
He is from wealth and
right.
Yeah, he's not fighting anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's too proper for that. He probably has a scheduled tea time with the prince. An hour later, so he doesn't want his shirt scuffed up for that. Like, there's the type of people AOC would date. And another thing I got to say is about our big booty Latina. The stupid thing about it is AOC don't have no big booty. Clearly, this is the whitest guy who ever existed because she is not very curvaceous.
Okay, so I don't want to get into this and sound like a misogynist. She actually does have a pronounced derriere, but it's not.
No, I've scoped her mad times. No, I'm gonna give pushback.
When I say pronounced derriere, it's not like video vixen pronounced, but AOC is a nice looking woman. We can't deny that.
RM says, can we talk about the topless pic of Elon Musk later? This man is unnaturally pale. He lives in Texas and used to live in California. I'm thinking reptilian with a fake skin.
Elon definitely gives me alien passing his human vibes.
A clammy skin. I bet if you touch him, he's like 13 degrees or something.
When we can talk about his dad having coitus with his stepdaughter and producing a child.
Well, this is their second child.
Can someone cue, if you edit this later, can you put the Game of Thrones music in on that part right there?
Because no, yes. So this is the second. The one they're announcing now is the second child. He's already had one before with her, but he did wait for her to grow up. Like he knew her when she was a little girl. He raised her when she was a little girl.
Yeah.
Essentially waited for her to become an adult to prey on her. That's the correct word. I'd say. The thing is that one thing I don't like about that story is I don't like that it's very simple, similar to Hunter Biden, is that people use people's family members to attack them, and I don't think it's cool.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. No one should be using family members as cannon fodder, but maybe you should have your handlers deal with your family at the same time. Look at what Ricky Martin's going through right now, which we actually cannot talk about because we're a smaller channel. Star can talk about that type of stuff, but if you guys go Google are you up to speed on this, bro?
I'm not. I don't know anything about this.
Oh my goodness! Don't say it out loud, but everyone go Google Ricky Martin's name right now, and it's looking bad for the Martin.
Oh man, I will have to look that up. Lenny says I don't care if he waited or not. It's not that. It's gross as fuck. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. I wasn't trying to say he waited, making it any better. My issue with it is that like it's not fair to attack that dude because people are using it to attack Elon. And so attack Elon for the stuff he does, for the mistakes and stupid things he says, not because his family is a douchebag. Because I think all of us, I think everyone who's ever listened to a Fanboy Modeling School, I'm sure we all have family members, particularly parents, who are garbage. And, you wouldn't want to be held up accountable to them, right?
No. Definitely don't want my my ship tied at their dock.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it because I just read it on the thing.
And then don't worry, there's nothing to do. Hey, what algorithm change? Yes, DT Dub TV, there is an algorithm change. We're going to get into that. And I just want you guys to know the Ricky Martin thing, his nephew, that whole thing, go look it up. But the guy was 21, but I know that
it's shady as
it's shady. It's they're burying this thing right now. So anyone that touches it, unless you already have like 200 subscribers,
right. If you are in the reptilian the reptilian Illuminati like Ricky Martin is, all your bad things get hidden.
Yeah.
And if you're everyone else, you have to feel you get canceled. No, we could get into algorithm change right now.
Let's get into it. Yeah, AOC, we're sorry this happened to you. I don't agree with anything you say, but no one deserves to be harassed on the steps like that.
Yes, to complete the AOC thing, even though I really dislike her, I do not think it is low blow. It's bad acting. It's bad politics. It's classless.
Dirty. It's dirty.
It's dirty to do that and to harass somebody, especially. Do conservatives now want to look like sexists? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Some people don't know how to troll. I think here's something we should talk about. We should do an art of trolling. Trolling is not saying the most obscene thing that comes to your mind, right? Or and then espousing it. Trolling has to do with it's an elegance.
Yes, right. You're right. You don't go heavy-handed. You don't go like heavy-handed. You're right. You walk the line, and that wasn't walking the line.
No,
so both Lauren Chen and Brett Cooper were both like making things like, oh, come on, AOC, why don't you relax? Why don't you have I bet you they both would flip out if that happened to them in public.
Yeah, I just want to make it clear to everyone here. If I'm walking with a female friend and someone says that, there's going to be an issue. But if someone says that about my wife, there's going to be a huge issue.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you.
I'm not playing with people disrespecting my woman like that. Yeah. And I did say my woman, she's mine.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, women are property.
Whoa, what?
I gotta calm down. We're not on Rumble. But
you're like, you dry snitch on us all the time. We had a whole talk about that. You don't even realize what you just did, do you?
I do. I'm being funny, man. So the algorithm change. We got to get into the algorithm. So 12 days ago, the algorithm change, it came into effect. And I swear I was feeling it. I thought I got blacklisted again because I was like, why am I not gaining new followers? I'm putting out a video every day. I would usually find someone to click on that.
Right.
And so the way this has been revealed is that the top notchers have gotten letters from, or I guess emails from YouTube explaining the change. And basically what they're saying is everyone is going to start on a low level of visibility for their videos. And the more shorts you do,
I knew it.
will raise it exponentially.
I knew it.
And they're telling them, like, you need to do an average of 3 a day now. They told all these people. And so certain YouTubers who are classless, instead of keeping this internal document a secret, instead they made videos talking about it. Being like, this is stupid.
I knew it. As soon as I told you this, bro, as soon as they rolled that short shit out, I was like, this is going to be their next big move, man. They desperately want to compete.
And they said they're trying to make an emphasis on shorts and live streaming. Now, the good news for us is that I have definitely liked live streaming more than making those videos.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're getting a hang of that. So that's good.
You know when this thing is going to go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Supposedly it's already in effect.
Yeah, no, I could see that. You know when this thing's really going to pop off? You and I have talked about this before, and I've talked to shout out to Zach over at what used to be Talking with a Dad. If you guys ever wake up and you go to the gaming section of YouTube and there's an actual template and user interface like Twitch, it's donezo. Like it's absolutely done. They have completely moved out of the video market, the VOD market,
right?
And they're completely focused on live streams. Mark my words. The minute you wake up and they're like, "Oh, there's a new patch and a new update for live streamers," that's it for VODs on YouTube.
Yeah, because and that's crazy because that's all I prefer watching the videos.
Yeah, me too.
I have to really like someone to go to their live stream. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch all of Red Cooper's videos. I mean, I don't watch her shorts. I tried going to her live streamer. I'm like, you don't know how to live stream. Fuck this. And I walked out like
it's an art.
She's an essayist. I prefer that she has an idea. She hits the notes. She doesn't have to take it in one take. That's what she's good at. I don't want her to pretend to be a Twitch streamer.
No. I go to Twitch for live streams, and I go to Facebook to make fun of live streams.
No wonder I've seen so many shorts lately on my subscription. That's what it is. To create your visibility, your shorts are going to be the thing bringing people into your page, not the vids. You're making less visible.
Spoon tried this for a second. Do you remember?
Yes. It was like, and which was nonsense, they were like, yeah, you do a short 20-second audio clip. And it's just people like farting. And so it's for a while, YouTube has tried to be like Twitch, which wasn't working because Twitch is Twitch and YouTube is YouTube. And now they're trying to be like TikTok with these shorts.
Yeah. But they're trying to combine the two elements. And again, you know when I'll trust this? This is real insider baseball talk, but I'm still going to say it. The minute YouTube or he announces that they've made Dr. Disrespect, who I think at this point we all can agree has been wrongfully deplatformed for Twitch. Like,
absolutely.
There's
no evidence he has done anything, and no one's talking for this long. No one keeps saying this long.
It's just contractual. The minute they make him a partner, I'll feel safe in that regard. But for the content creators who spend a lot of time editing and bringing us the type of content we enjoy YouTube for, I enjoy videos, man. I enjoy long form VODs, man. I like the work that goes into it. Think about a guy like shout out to Comics Explained. I don't want to see a live with Rob. Not that he can't do it.
Yeah, I'd rather him study. You're right. He's like an encyclopedia guy, so he studies and he writes a script.
Yeah.
Imagine if he had to fucking do it all live. It's ridiculous.
I don't want that.
Comment of the evening so far, coming from Berlin. F it. Just chomp up vids and do it. Yes. And so my advice to everyone in the fam, whether you're on DT Dub TV's crew, whether you're on Fight Juice, whoever you are, for your creators, this is advice for all of us, all the fam. If you have an idea for a video, chop that sucker up and drop those throughout the week as shorts.
Yeah.
Like sacrifice one of your videos and chop it, even if it's not. Because here's the problem: what they don't understand. Shorts is trying to be like TikTok, and TikTok is a different form of entertainment.
Yeah,
where you're not necessarily trying to get education. It's usually like a punchline or a quick thing. Yeah. Even if you don't have that going for you, chop them up. What defines a short is something under 60 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
So if it's even 1 second over, it'll be considered a regular video. So that's what we're all going to have to do. I've thought about it. Clearly, Berlin knows what's up.
Yeah.
Love
You know
that
what's crazy? Twitch is also doing something. I don't know if you heard about this, but they're also addressing their algorithm as well, and they're trying to help. They claim to be trying to help the smaller channels, and they're going to be doing they updated their UI to feature smaller channels, but again, smaller channels don't really get featured, right? So what happens actually
Not
is
really.
the bigger channels still somehow gets featured and is more prominent. But I don't know, I think YouTube has the same problem that DC has. It's an identity problem. It doesn't know what direction it's going in, right? It doesn't, they don't know where they want to go with this whole thing.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And so what it is yeah. I'm not going to get canceled, but I'm going to be many deuces are going to be dropped on me right now for what I think the problem is.
Okay, wait. Are you addressing RM's comment, or where are you going?
No. If he had done anything, they
would
have
said what it is. Yes, RM, I agree. Like, it's so wrong what happened to Dr. Disrespect. So many insiders came out and they were like, "Oh, it's sexual. It's sexual. He did something because he cheated on his wife." I don't know if you're up to speed on this. He cheated on his wife. She forgave him. That's their private business. Same thing with the Martin Luther King thing, right? But to come out and say that it's something sexual in nature during this era, you try to put a nail in this coffin, and what it probably was, it's contractual. They probably didn't want to pay him the money now that Shroud and Ninja are back, and it seems like he was cozying up to Mixer. Screw Twitch. But don't take away my affiliate stuff.
So basically, I think the problem that is hitting all of corporate culture, and what it is this happened in the 60s, when the counterculture was taking over. And people said, they're like, look at all these young people. Let's cater to them. Let's try to, let's try to pitch ideas to the San Franciscan hippie. Right. And so in the modern age, they're like, let's try to get Gen Z up in here. It happened in Spoon, if you noticed. Remember when they hired that kid, that 17-year-old kid who was supposed to give stock advice? It was called Gen Z Money.
Yeah.
The quickest canceled show in Spoon history.
Poor guy.
Literally, that dude is giving speeches to zero room having motherfuckers. And he was canceled within 3 episodes. And they don't spend money on their episodes. Thank God. But that's what it is. I'm saying everyone, I'm saying Star Wars, Marvel, DC, they're all taking advice from the wrong people.
Yeah, if you don't, trying to keep your finger on the pulse of something you don't inherently understand is going to be difficult, right? And they don't understand that there's a culture supporting TikTok, right? And that culture changes from day to day. But there is one constant in it. People go to TikTok to be entertained by their form of entertainment. People go to Twitch to be entertained by their form of entertainment. People come to YouTube for a different reason. And again, I think it's a bunch of stuffy old men or an idiot sitting in a chair and like, we got this thing figured out. And obviously she doesn't. You know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to disrespect her.
Right. No, absolutely. Abso-freaking-tootly. And so here's the thing. I was complaining about this in my live stream in the morning, Brunch with the Fat Mantis. I was saying about how these audio streaming apps. So basically, there's only 2 kinds.
Right.
They're all a ripoff of Bigo Live, or they're all a ripoff of Clubhouse.
Yeah. And
there's no origin. Every time I download one of these apps, I was like, this looks exactly like Spoon. Spoon is basically a Bigo lift.
Yeah.
It's audio only, but it's still the same format. Circular images for the phone callers, eight callers or 4 callers, whatever numbers you want. And then the chat's right there. And no one has thought of anything other than that. And then Clubhouse, everyone's trying to be like Clubhouse.
Right.
There's a group of apps. But the problem is, if you look at the greatest social media, right? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snap, right? They're all different.
Yeah, they
all serve different purposes. Yeah. So it's not like there are the 4 leading ones are all ripoffs of Facebook. They're all doing their own thing, is what it is.
Yeah.
So and that's what I'm saying. All these people need to stop being like each other and just be themselves.
But that's inherently the problem. Like I said, YouTube has an identity problem, bro.
They're trying to be like Twitch. They can't tell right now. They can't tell if they want to be Twitch or TikTok. But the one thing they don't want to be is YouTube, which is weird because it's the most successful of anything that ever happened ever.
So, and here's the thing, man. I do want them to streamline their game section, right? I think the people who come to YouTube, I think they have a better opportunity with live streaming gaming than they think. But like Lainey said, I come here when I want to watch a Jordan Peterson debate or lecture. That's what I come to YouTube for, man. I'm gonna be able to pause it, come back. Now, it could be worse. You could be Facebook, right? You could literally be Facebook, who owns IG, but keep an eye out. I'm predicting now, man, like I said, with the Discord thing and PlayStation, mark my words, IG is going to get into this fight somehow. Like, IGTV is the worst thing that's ever existed, but I guarantee there's a UI change coming for IG where it's going to be
trying to be more like TikTok, and they're like, we already did Reels.
Be more like YouTube. I guarantee it's on the way, man, because no one goes to Facebook to watch these videos, but they watch them on IG.
To be honest, I do not understand why anyone goes to Facebook Live or goes to Facebook Gaming or who uses that product or what. Supposedly people do.
Thousands of people,
crackheads apparently.
I'm one of them. I went to the stream the other day.
Wait, you actually use Facebook Gaming?
No, I don't use it for anything that I do, but I go support streamers on there, and most of the people most people I followed from Mixer, the Mixer days. I miss opportunity for us, man.
I watch my gaming streams on Twitch like a normal human.
Yeah, you're not a savage like me. I go to the Facebook game and they're like, please give me stars. I don't know how this works.
I'm like, what? Who is this loser? They're like, I have no stars. I'm like, what the fuck is a star?
DT Dub says, you know how hard it is to compete with other live streamers? Yes, I do.
Yes, we both have firsthand knowledge of that.
Yes, I do.
Oh my God! So this is infecting us all. We need to get on it for everyone who's a creator, and we need to not put up with these shenanigans anymore.
Yeah, we got to revolt.
Yeah, but how?
I was mostly thinking about like anarchy, actually burning down buildings, but I realized that's never a good idea. So I'm just gonna sometimes you just gotta take your content where you can be free, where you're free to give up a rumble, fight.
Right. But and so let's move on to GoFundMe. Here's the thing: GoFundMe has been controversial for quite some time.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Their policies and what they try to do and all these things. Because remember when they originally canceled all the people trying to fund the truckers?
Yes.
And they were like, basically what they said, and this is in their terms of services. They canceled the fund, right?
Right.
And then they were like, and then the people were like, well, where's the money? And they're like, well, according to the thing you signed, we don't have to give it back, which was true. And people flipped out. And people were doing, and finally they're like, you know what? We're going to give it back because they were getting bad press.
Right.
They literally tried to keep $9 million.
They're like, no. You're talking about the situation with the Canadian truckers.
That whole Canadian trucker. People were doing GoFundMe so they could feed those people, so those people could keep it up.
Right.
They keep protesting by parking around. And so recently, you know who Bodega Guy is, right?
Is that the one that jugged the kid?
Yes, he really should have a better name than Bodega Guy. I feel like they should.
Yeah.
Right. But he tried to raise some money for his legal defense,
as he should,
and they took that down. Right.
Okay.
Under the guise, they're like, our policy is that you cannot get legal funding for felonies or something. Right.
Is he actually facing a felony? I thought that was like a self-defense case.
Well, even if you say, I think they're still charging him with a felony, but he's defending with saying it was self-defense.
Oh, so they've actually charged him. Okay, go ahead. I didn't know.
And then, so have you heard of Andrew? It's Andrew Teckle Sundberg.
Of course, good old Teckle Sundberg. My God.
Okay, this is a police shooting incident, right?
Yeah. Oh.
This young man, this young black man, was stalking a woman with 2 children.
Oh, this is the Ethiopian kid. Yes.
And he loses his mind and he starts shooting into her window.
Yes.
Cops are called. He's shot dead.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter shows up. She's screaming at them, "Don't protest. This dude was trying to hurt me." Those morons. Yeah.
Right. And so he is now outpacing. She's trying to raise money so she can move and get her situation together. The family raising money so they can like do memorials for him has more money in their fund than the victim.
Say it for the people that can't hear in the back for the recap right now. All right. So I want you to be clear. I want your ideals to speak before your mind does. Not you, Mantis. For the listening audience, not any of you fine people here. If you believe in protecting women, if you believe in keeping women safe, I want you to hear clearly the order of events chronologically as they happen. Say it one more time, my friend. What happened in this case? Because it's very peculiar.
So you're saying the case is a case of the crime or what's going on with GoFundMe?
No, the crime. I just lay that part out again.
So he was stalking a woman who had 2 kids, and he's stalking her and he's stalking and stalking her. One day he finally has a what they call a mental illness episode, whatever that is. That really just means you're in murder town. You're ready to kill. He starts shooting into her apartment through her windows. Her and her kids get on the floor. Thank God none of them are hurt, right? She's shooting up the place. Cops come. They have a 6-hour standoff. He gets back into his apartment. He's shooting out there with the window. Finally, they tag him. They kill him. Black Lives Matter shows up. Says, look at these racist cops. And while they're pulling this on the news, this woman is there crying. And she's like, he was a stalker. He tried to kill me. What are you doing? And, all hell is breaking out.
Right.
And so now, currently, GoFundMe has no problem raising funds for a memorial for this guy. This guy, and he's out. Here's what it is: he doesn't actually have more money. He's outpacing her, which means in the short time he's up, he's already made $20,000. And her thing to help her move, her fund thing is at $50,000, but has been up much longer.
Yeah, that's insane. RM says, look, Mantis knows I fantasize about murdering violent men. I can be a leftist and still have dreams. I think this one is not for you, RM. It's for other people. This is not going to turn into a smoke for Black Lives Matter. But yeah, GoFundMe is wildly inconsistent in their application and their approach with these type of things. And but again, they've cornered the market, right? I think people should just get off of, and I don't know how. It's just the name, right? It's the name and the brand and the campaigns they've been attached to, right? There's been some amazing GoFundMe for kids who are dying of cancer, family members, and we all go there because it's the name, right? At this point, though, you're still paying taxes on that money. Just put your Cash App up, right? And stop using these people. Stop using these conglomerates.
Yeah, these guys who are taking a chunk out, actually.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I don't know what the alternative. So here's the problem: because of bad business practices, I have had to look up all sorts of alternatives. Like, for instance, I don't use Patreon anymore because Patreon has reserved the right to also keep your money and cancel your account. At any point, and check this out, in the fine print, they say they can look at any one of your social media, anything you do on the internet. You could make let's say you make a YouTube short, because you're listening to the man over there, and they don't like one thing you say out of the 200 shorts you have, they're going to cancel your account and keep the money people have donated to you. That's not a company I want to work with. So to get around Patreon, I use Subscribestar. Okay. Which is like for freedom of speech, you do whatever, and you always have to find these alternatives. But why does it have to be like this? Why can't there just be a corporation?
Wait, hold on. Before you finish that statement, are you saying why can't there be an altruistic corporation that doesn't impose?
No, not altruistic. I want them to make their money.
Okay.
But why do the main ones always have to have the most corrupt politics?
It's funny because they have the most corrupt politics, pretending to be the most quote unquote altruistic politics. So like, we're here for inclusion, we're here for protection of people's feelings, and it's like, but it turns into tyranny. It turns into complete tyranny. And at the end of the day, they don't really give a shit about anyone's feelings. They don't give a shit about what's happening with this young lady. Bodega guy should have been able to raise money for his legal fees, because that's the core principle of what it is. Now, I can understand if you're raising money to defend yourself from sexual allegations, right? Then okay, you can make an argument against that, but it's idiotic, and I think you should look for alternative means. The only thing I can't get away from is Amazon. I'm sorry. I'm bought in. I am sorry, folks. I got to order my shit off of Amazon. I hope they start treating those people better. I tried to use an alternative site, and it said it was going to be here in 3 days. I got it 2 months later.
Yeah, no, I absolutely freaking go. Patreon has no problem with X-rated patrons, but they'll play through Thought Police. That's interesting. Yeah, isn't that insane?
Yeah.
And they pick and choose, and I'm like just totally done. I'm like totally done with this.
Yeah. Why are they trying to control us? Imagine when we open our OnlyFans for a fight juice. It's gonna be, we can't.
It's gonna be amazing. And I don't want one of these freaking, Bible toting companies putting their morals all up on me and my OnlyFans.
Yeah, my foot pics are my own business.
Yeah, Mantis foot pics. What's up? Yeah, I'm addicted to Amazon. I wish I wasn't, but it's the truth. And so I made an ill face when you said that, not because I'm against with what you say, but I agree with what you say, and I'm sickened at myself.
Yeah, I hate myself.
Yeah, no, like I'm just like
until
everything is cheaper.
Package.
I remember like 5 or 6 years ago, people were like, "Comic book stores are dying. Don't buy your comic books from Amazon." And I was like, "Yeah, no way." And I looked and I was like, "Everything is $3 off." Like, why would I go pay cover charge like in the thing if I could just do it?
But there are a few more thoughts there, right? Because people have to be accountable. This is not indicative of all comic stores. I got $3 off, and I don't have to deal with your pseudo elitist attitude when I come in. Like, hey, jackass, where are my books? Why do I have to argue with you every time I come in?
Oh my god! And they're like, "You're reading what?" I remember I used to go to this one comic book store, and this guy used to try to always upsell me, and it used to always fail. And it got to the point where I would like make him do more work. What he would do is while he was trying, I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to get my stack." He's like, "Yeah, but yo, check this out. Have you seen the new Hulk?" And he starts reading, like he's talking about how cool it is, and then he puts it on my stack. And I go, take it off, and then he tries to put it back on while I'm not looking. And I'm like, what is he? And he keeps trying to put more things. So it got to the point where I would let him keep putting extra comics on my stack while he's talking to me, and then I would just go, and I'd go put them somewhere weird. He would have to eventually get them and go put them. Go to the jump.
Yeah, this behavior does not.
Amazon doesn't do that.
No, they don't. I don't have to deal with anyone. In fact, but that situation you just described doesn't surprise me about you, because I remember we would go to the Waverly Diner. You had the reversal of that. If they didn't bring you the free coleslaw, you would kind of make a scene. You're like, I didn't get my complimentary pickle and coleslaw.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's why I order burgers in the first place. The coleslaw and the pickle.
Yeah, let's balance it out. Healthy alternatives to these conglomerates. But again, I don't know. This is not that show, man. But how much do we have to blame wokeness for this? Right? Like, why?
You know what it is? The problem is wokeness, like I say about leftiness, is that it's like a snake eating its own tail. It's so righteous that no one can ever live up to it.
That was good, man. Did you come up with that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
they're
like a snake eating their own tail. That's why they're always canceling each other.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Because no one can ever be righteous enough. That like one day the people like the super righteous are standing there, and then 1 minute one of the other righteous ones look at the other ones and goes, "You're unrighteous." All of a sudden,
not worthy. Not
wait,
worthy.
What did they do? They used the wrong word. They used the wrong word in the tweet or something.
I mean, they do cannibalize each other, but I still think it's extremely disingenuous of these conglomerates to pretend as if though they really care about any of this stuff. Because now I'm going to go look up and see how much of the money GoFundMe gets off of the top, right? How much of that do
They're
they
making a killing over there, man?
I was wondering
off of other people's pain.
Yeah.
People like GoFundMe. I need dental work. I'm in pain every day.
Yeah.
GoFundMe. I can't afford my hospital bills. GoFundMe. The cops let a stalker shoot up my fucking house.
I was saving
and
that.
I want to memorialize him. And
I'm going to save my wrath for Dope Dynamics, because it's the show where you come to agree on things. But that's insane. This is truly the snake eating its own tail. In that scenario, I'm like, wait, what? I'm pretty sure this was a black woman, right?
Yeah.
Look up the picture. Okay, never mind. Let's move on. What else we got?
So, I think it's time for us to get on The Mandalorian and the other potential shows for Disney Plus.
Okay, so have you seen the leak?
So I've seen the trailer. I've absolutely seen Mandalorian trailer.
What'd you think?
I loved every minute of it.
It was amazing.
I had a real big hard on. Pardon my French. Here's Steve, the curmudgeon, not understanding my lingo. You know what I mean.
Yeah, look, it's not for me to judge your lifestyle choices. It's 2022. What you do in front of your computer is your own business.
Why? Because I wank it to The Mandalorian. It's one of the greatest shows ever. And here's what it is. Here's my complaint about the whole system. Okay. Everyone is constantly saying they're like, well, Boba Fett won, and Obi-Wan didn't do good because no one really understands Star Wars, and it's hard to understand what the fans want. Apparently, Filoni and Favreau know exactly what the hell they want because they constantly give us what we want.
Who guided the ship for Boba Fett? Was that Filoni and Favreau?
So Favreau is a producer on it, which drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I'm saying the writer and director of every episode was Robert Rodriguez.
Horrible decision.
And so he was really the showrunner. He's the top dog. But still, I can't believe Favreau just let him do these stupid things, you know?
Yeah, I need to go back and watch that. A reconsideration of Boba Fett. Was it as bad as we all think? Don't do it.
Yeah. Obviously, you should do whatever you want, particularly if it's scholarly work for your work as a streamer. Right. But I don't think we misunderstood it.
No, I didn't. I think it went off the rails after episode 3. If I remember correctly.
Anna Banana HD, welcome in. Always a pleasure.
Okay, so you saw it.
Right. What did you think of it?
I love The Mandalorian, man. And like, it's grainy, it's shitty. It's shitty that they did that, but I enjoyed it, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to the conclusion of the story. I want to know how this whole thing lands itself. I think Mandalorian is the best thing, other than Fallen Order, to ever happen to Star Wars. You're hard pressed to prove me wrong. I can't wait.
Yeah, no, I absolutely can't wait. So did you see what did you really like about the trailer? Let me hear some great moments that you liked.
Okay.
Oh, look at this.
Let's talk about it off air, actually.
What, the whole, so we can't talk about the
No, you can talk about it. I just there's some things that like there's some things I'm concerned about, and I can't articulate them correctly now because I want.
Worried that Disney's going to come after you? Because I'll protect you.
You wouldn't protect me from Disney.
I will.
Right here. You throw me out.
Are you kidding me? I'm like their biggest enemy right now.
Okay, so here's the issue that I'm having. The only thing I'm taking a strong stance on, I don't think it was cool that they did this. I don't think it was cool that someone took their phone in, recorded it, and possibly ruined private screeners for people to come, because they're just going to clamp down on this shit.
I agree. I absolutely agree with that. That is shitty. I don't even know what the screening was of, because it looked like it was a movie theater. There's a person in front of them, right? It looked like it was some sort of private screening.
The reason I'm going to talk about certain stuff off air with you, because this reminds me of a scenario from Spoon Days, and I was just like, oh shit, what if it was true? And if you think really hard, you'll figure out what I'm talking about right now.
Right.
Private screener, access to Disney shows, insider information not coming.
Right. I'm sorry. But I agree with you. I think it is absolutely, it's horrible. They shouldn't be doing this.
What did you think though?
I loved every minute of it, and so I think that show is near perfect, and it's the only thing that keeps me connected to Star Wars anymore. Like, Star Wars has just been such garbage.
Okay,
like I told you, I'm going to boycott Andor unless everyone tells me it's amazing. I'm going to boycott it.
Yeah, oh, never mind. Can I ask you that question? So we did get a couple of good shots. What's her name? Bo-Katan, is that the correct name?
Yeah, Bo-Katan.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
I'm sitting on the throne like a crazy person, and it's a dead planet, and no one's around. Like, she's the lord of nothing. I love that.
If I ran a country, that's the way I would want to run it, right?
So that's gonna be you. Everything's gonna be destroyed, and you're sitting in your throne, crown on your head.
It's going well. It's going well. We can bounce back from this. That's Joe Biden right now, by the way.
Oh man, I could say something right now, but that's
I think it looks really, really good, man. It's a great, in regards to leaks, this is deplorable. The quality was actually really good for a bootleg leak. I'm actually really gassed for the season. I feel as if, though, I'm setting myself up by saying this. I don't think they're going to drop the ball. I think it's going to go down in history as the show that fans wanted. And I think it's kind of sucks that there are people who are still sticking to that narrative that Disney Star Wars sucks. When in actuality, no, Kathleen Kennedy's Star Wars sucks. The corporatized version of Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, the problem is they're hiring people who aren't fans. That's the same with Marvel.
Yeah, but I don't think you should hire people that are fans too, because this thing that could go really wrong as well. Then it could become
people, like for instance with Obi-Wan, the guy's like, I didn't watch Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, well,
it's 2.5 hours. It's like 2 hours 15 minutes. You can't watch 2 hours and 15-minute movie for your job.
Yeah, who are the handlers over at Disney? Why isn't there someone to be like, get the mic out of his face?
Yeah, exactly. When they should have figured that out first, and even if it was true, be like, don't ever fucking say that to anybody.
Don't you ever speak.
You'll never work in this town again.
We will cancel your GoFundMe. I promise you. Yeah, I can't wait. I need to see how this whole thing is going to play out and the excitement that this entire thing is generating. And I just want to be clear about this. Even bigger channels are having issue talking about the things. Some people have done shot by shots, but I guess a few people have gotten clipped. There's always a few people.
That's why I'm not doing a shot by. That's why I really wanted to cover it, but you're right. It's leaked goods, it's damaged goods, and therefore I can't. Yeah. I can talk about it on something like this, but I'm not going to do shot by shot or analysis. You know what I mean?
It's I will say this, man. Someone did do a shot by shot, and I went back to see if I can get that video for research. I wasn't going to play it on here. Just turn the volume down, and that channel's fucking gone.
Oh yeah,
we only have 500 subscribers. That's more than I have. But
nowadays, it's even harder to stop these fucking people from doing this stuff. It must be so hard to keep anything under wraps.
Well, I mean, look, we got San Diego Comic-Con coming up, and Hall H is going to be popping, bunch of big announcements, all that's a bunch of leaks coming out from what the MCU is doing, and just like that, I was right. They're buzzing over it again. A few leaks. Kevin Feige's like, get your asses back over here, right where I want you. But I do want to talk about this in regards to the Mandalorian. So we got her sitting on the throne, destroyed world. That scenery looks amazing. The throne room looks great. Do you think people are going to start experiencing baby Grogu fatigue? I don't think so. I think they got an appealing story, intriguing story line headed with him. What are your thoughts?
I will say this in terms of like writing, I would have had baby Grogu out of the story longer than an episode.
Okay.
Because if you really think about it, we see Luke take baby Grogu. Then there's one episode when he makes the new fighter and he's on Tatooine, and then he goes to visit Luke, and I'm like, so you're bringing him back immediately? Create some suspense. Give us 5 or 6 episodes without baby Grogu.
Well, wait, hold on. Remember, that wasn't even the Mandalorian. That was the episode that saved. Right,
and so when people tune in again, they're like, didn't he leave? What's happening? He's back.
Okay, what else you got in regards to Bo-Katan? What was the young lady's name from this damn show that you hate so much? Not Clone Wars.
Miss Marvel.
No, not Clone Wars. No.
Bad match.
Not Clone Wars. God damn it. What is the name of this show, bro? The one everyone says. Rebels. Yes, Rebels. What is the young lady's name that's in Rebels that's from Mandalore? The graffiti artist.
Oh God. Sabine Wren.
Okay. Now, here's where I was disappointed. Unless I missed it, you help me out here. Someone told me, or they didn't tell me, I read it in the forum, that she was in the leak. So I went there and I was like, oh shit, nothing. It was nothing.
I didn't see her at all.
Yeah, so that was my only disappointment with that whole thing.
Well,
it's not a character. I just thought that she would be a good addition to the story.
It was just an amazing shot.
What?
they had the Babu Freaks in there.
I know.
Didn't that blow your mind?
It did
Your
blow
mind must have been blown. And I'm just saying, like, they almost make it look easy, like they're easy to make us happy as fans.
Well,
why can't anyone else do this? Why can't Deborah Chow do this? Why can't Robert Rodriguez do this?
Because
why can't anyone who worked on those sequels do this?
Because they're like a stepdad that takes you to, Chuck E. Cheese when you really want to go to Billy B's. They're doing their best. They just don't understand.
I didn't accept that as an answer. They've dishonored me. They've dishonored Star Wars.
All you need now is a beard and a hat, and your thing is going. I'm not defending them. I'm just saying that it's Dave Filoni, man. It's Jon Favreau, right? Like they've committed their lives to not only honoring the fans, but doing something that I think is great, not pandering to fans and making great content. I think the Luke coming back in Mandalorian in season 2 only worked because of their direction and their writing. Anyone else would have done that, we'd have been like, it was heavy-handed. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
right. But no, it's all about the graffiti. I mean, come on. I you know what? I'm not going to attack Rebels tonight.
Why?
I see some apologizing for Rebels. She's an artist. She's a Mandalorian, for Christ's sake. But anyway. But the Babu Freaks are in that. It looks like Grief Karga is getting some stuff. I like Grief Karga in his governor's robes and stuff like that. It looks like it's gonna be a good old time. I can't wait for a showdown with
You're probably wondering why I'm having such a hard time articulating this, because I just want to talk freely about it. And yes, I am paranoid. I think Disney is petty enough where they're just I think they're like, shoot a bullet, kill that channel.
They can't get you, Steven. I'm here for you.
Before.
Like I said, I will protect you.
This day will kill you first. They're like, oh, that guy. How did he get back on Twitter?
Well, I've been giving their shows bad reviews, so
Listen, but again, detractors, real people who really, really dislike a brand will always dislike a brand. There's almost nothing you can do to pull them back unless you give them what they want. And then they're going to say, just like they did with the Snyder Cut, like, see, we know better than you. Now give us more, But they're not. I don't think people understand, like, you need a show like Mandalorian to keep reminding people that it's possible to make content that does appease the fan, but it has a great story. You don't have to pander to your fans. You just have to give them a story that makes sense.
Yes. I agree. And so, like I'm saying, Babu Freak is not pandering. It's just giving us a cute Easter egg that we're like, oh, cool, this is cool. You know what I mean? No. But I'm just saying, imagine how far Babu Freak would go in an Obi-Wan show. Maybe Obi-Wan should have met Ahsoka. Maybe that would have been better if he met her.
That definitely would have been better. But the unfortunate part is you're locked into this canon that leads to the dead. Oh, I almost said a word I'm not allowed to say. Oh, fuck it. The aborted fetus, which is the last 3 movies. Like,
whoa.
Whoa. Like, let's talk about what's real. Like, it doesn't really matter who you introduce or what you do in this point, in this time frame, because it still leads to those 3 movies, and we know how this whole thing concludes. It's horrible. Mandalorian is our one hope to get a story that's not tied to that.
Right, I'm just saying, like, here's what I'm saying. Like, people are like saying, like, it's so hard to do an Obi-Wan show or whatever. And I'm just saying, like, let's say Mandalorian didn't exist.
Okay.
There could have been an episode where he met Ahsoka. There could have been an episode where he met the Babu Freaks. There could be freaking anything can happen. They should have something happen. Have something happen. Look, I'm losing my mind. I'm going to be very real with everybody right now. I really need a drink right now. Really need a drink. I don't know if I can talk about Star Wars without a drink.
I think we've done one episode of Fanboy where you were so sober. I think it still might be up on Anchor. You were clearly in pain the entire time. You're just like, nothing makes sense. It's all bullshit.
And just so the listening audience understands, it was a horrible flooding, thunderstorms in my area all day long, and I was unable to get to the store. And before a Fanboy, I was about to run to the store.
Yeah.
And the thunderstorm started again, and it was torrential downpour.
You shouldn't have been such a beta. You should just went for it, bro. If you got struck by lightning,
I should have manned up. Because right now I can't even talk about Star Wars now.
How much wine do you have left?
I have nothing. Nothing.
There's got to be something under that bed. Some old cups, maybe. You know,
with some residue. But the point is that Star Wars, it looks like it's giving me good stuff. I'm into it.
Right. It's that good makeup sex with your ex.
It is, but I'm still not going to Andor. I'm not going to Andor.
I believe you. I believe that you're able to do this. You didn't do it with Eternals, but I think this time you're going to pull it off.
Yeah. Well, you know what I did with Miss Marvel.
Yeah, that was an easy one, right? Poor Kamala.
So I didn't watch it until it was over.
Oh, you did watch
it? And when I did watch it, I watched it on Putlocker. So even though I have Disney Plus, so that they didn't get any like they didn't get my one view.
Yes, they need. NY does have a service. I was going to suggest that where you could have liquor dropped off to you.
I don't know it.
I'll send you the app. Not that I would.
Too little, too late. I needed it for this episode.
Yeah, but they usually don't make runs when it's like that.
Obviously, I mean, like I said, it's over. But yeah, they're not going to come out in torrential downpour. But also in the Star Wars situation, they're giving supposedly, and tell me what you know about this, Boba Fett a second season.
Yeah, this is like still in rumor mill. I couldn't track down anything hard evidence pointing, man, and I wouldn't actually be mad if they gave Boba Fett a new season, right? It'd be a chance to be a do-over, but here's the thing that we need to see happen, right? Someone's got to humble themselves. Someone's got to be willing to say, hey, we did something wrong. We did something wrong. You can't blame this on Comic Gate. You can't blame it on Fandom Menace. You have to blame it where it's, where the blame needs to be at. The showrunner, the director, the writer. Just hand this entire thing over to Filoni and Favreau. But I don't understand what the reluctance is. And this is not sexist, and I will not be put into this bubble. Kathleen Kennedy had a moment of greatness with Rogue Company. We have not seen that come back. And I've been holding out for her. I've been holding out.
I was hoping Rogue Squadron, but that movie got canceled.
Yeah. But I had Gina Carano in it, and she needed to be stopped. She's an evil, evil person.
She is a queen, and she basically she allows the sun to rise and set on her beauty. Okay.
Listen, so still in rumor mill point at this time. Don't know what's going on, but if they do bring Boba Fett back, here's what we need to have addressed immediately. Right. Got to get some good fight choreography, good gun fight choreography as well. Biggest complaint that a lot of people had outside of yourself, you included, not enough fighting in the show. Boba Fett looked like he couldn't rep it all, looked like a weathered old man. So now that he's taken over the town, I would like to see a hardened bounty hunter, older Boba Fett, really repping. Let's get some gun dancing in there. Let's get him some antagonists that, don't make him look like a bitch the entire season, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Good fighting, good things, but also he needs to be a lot of his problems from the show was he was too soft in general.
Yeah.
They need to bring back hardened him.
Yeah, well, he's fully healed by the end of the show. He'd been going through the whole tank thing.
But he needs to he's a cutthroat. They need to have him allowed to do cutthroat decisions.
So you're not feeling the whole honor bound, like redemption arc story type of deal?
They didn't set it up, so it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, his people got killed. The Sand People, man. He was one of them.
But then he would just go back to committing crime. Why would that make him stop committing crime?
Because they're Sand People. They took him in. It's Dancing with Wolves.
I'm confused.
But yeah, this is all rumor at this point, man. And here's the crazy thing about it. Like, so everyone claims that they saw some footage. Their uncle had some footage. They went to a house and Zack Snyder showed them some footage. I haven't been able to find anything, but apparently Disney's having a hard time keeping things locked up in the vault right now. I don't know if you know this, and the reason I brought these two topics up is because apparently there have been a bunch of MCU leaks as well. But then I pulled myself back to my senses, and I'm like, there's no such thing as a leak that isn't controlled by the company. So this is just them garnering and testing. I always think leaks are just...
Oh, yes. I feel like Boba Fett announcement, season 2 announcement, leak is controlled by them. I think things like the trailer dropping is definitely like a real leak.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's someone's gonna die behind that. Boba might break a hip if he moves too much. It's true, man. It's true. The way they had him fighting in there, you
I
know.
agree, man. Just the fact that they killed his sand people, he would have lost it. Yes, he would have been more likely to to respond in violence rather than.
No, the Sand people didn't want him to respond that way. They were a peaceful people.
They weren't. They were violent as fuck. They took him as a slave.
You are no. He was an indentured servant.
Oh my God, you sound like Ben Shapiro right now. Pull the indentured servant card. That's not slavery. It's an indentured servant.
You know what's slave an acronym for? Service, labor, asset, valuable, economy. That's what that word means. Make America great.
Oh God, Marvin, welcome to the stream. How are you?
No, bro. It's so there's not much to go on, but we do have this light notion that there might be a Boba season 2, and I do think that the show can be redeemed. I just think that we got to be right sized about who Robert Rodriguez is, and no disrespect to Robert Rodriguez and his fans, but El Mariachi was not the greatest movie. Desperado was a better movie. And then Once Upon a Time in Mexico was an okay movie, right? I like Robert Rodriguez. Dust to Dawn was great, but maybe let's
Sin
switch
City. He did Sin City. That's good.
He did a portion of Sin City. He didn't do the whole thing.
No, I think he did Sin City.
No. They remember him and Tarantino. That was the one I think they broke up. Like different people directed different.
Tarantino did. I believe Tarantino did one of the stories.
Yes.
And then, but I think the other two are.
I'm campaigning for that psychopath to be a part of Star Wars. I'm saying,
imagine Tarantino doing Star Wars. He would do Boba Fett good though.
They'd be using the N-word indiscriminately for no reason. Lando comes in and his name is N-word Lando from now on.
Well, you know what he would do. Because they're boys. He would have Sam Jackson come back. He would have Mace Windu survive. And he'd be dropping N-bombs in outer space while cutting people's heads off. I'm for it. I'm actually for it. I am absolutely for it.
You know who I would like to see do a Star Wars show or movie? And I think this is an obvious choice, and I don't know why anyone's ever thought of it. Maybe because he's from a competing franchise. Why not just bring Peter Jackson in? What's he doing nowadays? Could you imagine a Peter Jackson directed trilogy of Star Wars?
I just wonder, is he too much of an artiste? Is he going to be like, if I'm going to do a Star Wars film, it must be 4 hours.
And it must be in Greenland. Always in Greenland. I mean, it couldn't be worse than,
any other person to pick, yeah.
The fecal matter that's been coming out. I mean, besides Filoni, and you can have your issues with Filoni. I know that Campia has the issue with him in regards to Ahsoka. He thinks Ahsoka is a problematic character, and he's not the only one that says it. And those weren't his exact words. It's just like that's Dave Filoni's, his imagined woman of choice. So he created this character that just, he shows favoritism to.
Well, yes, exactly. She's a Mary Sue. Well, let's see how her show turns out. You know what I'm saying?
I won't hear anything bad about Rosario Dawson.
I know.
Shut your filthy mouth.
I'm just saying, she's clearly a transphobe. No, I'm kidding.
What? Those sand people I'm so scared to say sand people because it sounds too close to like a derogatory term.
Or somebody, yes. Well, you can't say anything nowadays. So what do we,
But they can redeem Boba, man. I just think that Boba, and they should not bring Mando back on the show, man. That was a bad move. Good for us, bad for Boba, man. I think they can.
He had someone else sign him up in his own series.
And I think there was a missed opportunity there as well, man. They should have had more clones in the show. If you would have had a rogue clone in that show, that would have made it better. Because you imagine him bumping into a clone and having to deal with that portion.
Yeah, it's also idiotic that they had to have Mando come save him. He was incapable of controlling his own crime empire. Now that would be cool if he met some old clones who were thrown away and he was like, and they were hiding on their own, and he's like, I'll give you jobs. And like, and they become his enforcers and stuff. That would be awesome.
That would have been amazing.
And honestly, I really wanted him to assassinate and eventually take out all those crime bosses who rivaled him.
And when he did kill the biker gang, and when he did kill them, it was too quick. I think there could have been a great arc there where it could have still been his heroic, honor-bound arc, and him brutally killing these people. Like, what happened to a good Sam?
You know what it is? Because they want this is happening in Marvel too. You don't realize this. This is happening in Marvel too. They are making this for little kids. When it originally wasn't. This is a sleight of hand that they're doing. And I want to spoilers for Thor. Spoilers for Thor. There's nothing saw it.
Yeah.
Saw it.
You okay?
I didn't hate anything about it.
Okay.
Right? I thought it was all right. But there's one thing I noticed that I didn't like.
The kid scene.
Well, not so much that. Not that bad. I could live with that. And once again, spoilers for Thor. So if you're gonna see Thor, turn us off or don't turn us off. Don't leave the room.
Mute it.
Lower the volume. They renege on every death the movie had.
Yeah.
They make sure that at the end the person is either resurrected or didn't really die when they seemed like they died. Because it's for little kids. So Korg is struck down with the lightning bolt, and they make a big deal out of it. Where he's like, "No, he's dead," and he fights harder in the scene. And Korg ends up surviving, being like a head, like a face.
And then he has a rock job with Dwayne.
Yes, and then well, there's that. That's a different area. And why not just keep him dead? He's not an important character anyway. Or Zeus gets a lightning bolt through the chest. They literally say, "You just killed Zeus. This is going to be horrible. They say this.
Yeah.
And at the end, he's like, "Oh, he's really just hurt. He's just kind of banged up." Even her death, she ends up going to Valhalla, and there's an implication that she could be resurrected.
Yeah.
So, everyone else happy. Everyone ends up in a happy place. Even Gore, the sword is corrupting him, so he's not really responsible for any of the evil things he's done.
Yeah, and that ruined the character in itself. You know that he's not corrupted in any way, shape, or form in the comic.
I know, I do know that. That's what I'm saying. Like that, this is Disney nonsensory. When they're trying to make it. Here's what it is. They in the original MCU. Not that I'm saying this is the best choices. Iron Man was killing people.
Yeah.
Captain America had a gun. He was shooting people in World War II. How do you think you win wars? This movie used to be about like men solving things, and now they're in a situation where magically no one's allowed to be evil or die.
Let me ask you a question. Did you enjoy what? Because Lainey turned her volume back up, so we don't want to ruin that. I enjoyed Jane Foster. I thought she was probably the best part of that entire movie.
I thought she was good. I thought there should be more of her.
Yeah, that's what my conclusion. Before I forget this thought, in regards to Boba, you know what my problem is, and I just realized it? It was too much cowboy western and not enough Shogun assassin. At a certain point, it should have shifted to a samurai. I think we would have responded better to that.
They did. That's what it is. But a samurai has to kill him. They didn't want it. They didn't want our character. They tried to make him a pansy because they can't have their character being evil, because they're like, he's supposed to be a good guy. He's got to be a good guy. So he's somehow a pacifist crime boss. It makes no sense.
No sense at all. None.
Just like over this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Lightsabers now don't kill people.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense at all.
In 3 times in the Obi-Wan series, people have a freaking lightsaber jab to them, and they end up being fine. She's fine enough to travel to another planet and hunt a little kid with a hole in herself.
Yeah.
That is just so stupid. Oh, God. Why did I do this episode sober?
You know what I just realized, man? Though they've done a good job of keeping us on the hook, man. And right now there isn't much other content to cover. Right, the boys is done for, which was an amazing season. Season 3, I feel like no one talks enough about the boys except for the hardcores that talk about that type of stuff. It doesn't get the press it should. We're still waiting for Invincible to come back, which I think is going to be a huge comeback for content. But in regards to leaks, they did what they were supposed to do, right? Because everyone did a video on this shit. Right. Everyone's talking about it. We're all going to be... Are you going to watch any of the Hall H streams? Like, you're at a place where you're almost done with the MCU, but I guarantee you're going to watch one of those Hall...
Yeah, I'm going to see what they're announcing. I'll look at that.
Yeah, it's amazing to me that this machine works as well as it does, but...
Reva, Berlin. Her name is Reva.
Oh, what's a terrible black girl on the Obi-Wan show? Yeah. Go check out the spoiler. If you don't mind that type of stuff, go check out the leak. They've been pulling it down left and right on Twitter. It's up on a few still up on a few different pages. Just to conclude with the whole Boba Fett thing, I want to see more samurai action, right? I want to see less cameos unless it's something meaningful. I want to see clones, right? I want things to be for keeps. And if you're gonna bring a character like Black Krishanda in there, right? Like that was almost, he was wasted.
Useless character.
Yeah, useless.
He had trouble fighting the assassin they sent after him.
Yeah,
like he can't even take out one assassin.
Well,
So,
to be fair, that he's like the strongest Wookiee that ever lived. He beat the shit out of Chewbacca too, bro.
But I'm saying is like when he came after Boba, he should have decimated Boba's crew.
True.
But then he was like just like a sucker.
Yeah, and then the Techno kids, the Power Rangers, let's give them less screen time.
Serenity now. Serenity now.
I do want to make some predictions for Hall H, and I want to dispel some things. I do not believe. What is the brother's name? I believe he's Afro Latino or he's half Italian. I don't know. Villain in Breaking Bad, on The Boys, was in Mandalorian. Espinoza. What's the guy's name? You know what the fuck I'm talking about?
Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, Esposito. If they make him Professor X, if he is in any way, shape, or form associated with the X-Men, other than an original character, I'm going to lose my shit on a bunch of blurs. I'm going to say this once and for all. You want to race bend the character? Fine. But please don't make it a major character and then try to make me feel bad where I'm like, I'm not going to be able to watch this movie. Like,
you would be against any racial change in the X-Men?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Would you be okay with Storm being white?
No, I mean, of course not.
Okay. Storm being black is not central to the character other than the region.
Yes, she's African. She comes from an African tribe. Yes,
bro,
she has to be.
Musk is African.
What?
Elon Musk is African.
He's a colonizer for starters. But no, I'm saying that like
there's no reason to make. There's no
Professor
reason
X is just British. That's all we know about him,
bro. There is no freaking. There's no freaking reason to make Professor X. Then why did you have Patrick Stewart? You can't even explain that on the multiversal level. Like, I don't support a white Black Panther. What? Why can't we just leave the character the way it is, bro? Why can't we just leave it the way it is?
Oh. No, wait, hold on. Who? RM, who are you talking about?
He's talking about
Giancarlo Esposito, who the guy with the most Spanish name is black and Italian.
Yeah, I was amazed when I found that out too. I was like, he played so many Puerto Ricans. He was like,
I thought he was like Dominican or something.
Whoa, are black people appropriating Latin culture by playing Latinos?
Well, they just need to admit that they are part black and. The world can move on like normal.
I know you desperately want
a black Cyclops. Yes, I think there should be a black Cyclops. I think that's what the world needs.
Yeah, but I had a problem with Halle Berry playing Storm as well. I was like, why can't we get an African to play Storm?
Right?
Huh? Right? We can't. I don't want to see any African American people playing Storm. Let's go get an African. Let's get a Nigerian born.
Let's do it. It's a shame Lupita Nyong'o was already used up in a lame character
actually, her character is a bad guy in the comic book.
I know, but now that he's passed, are they really going to do that plot? I bet I feel like the Black Panther plots are all fucked now.
And then of course we have Doctor Doom, one of the major rumors going to be in Wakanda Forever. Namor supposed to be in Wakanda Forever. I don't know where this movie's going, man. And my hat goes off to Ryan Coogler for not just jumping off the project. But again, I'm going to see this. I want to see what type of tribute they do for Chadwick. I would have been okay with them recasting though. Just not that light-skinned brother from that show with black people pretending to be aristocrats.
Wait, what show?
The one on Netflix that the women all go crazy for.
Oh, Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Bridgerton. RM, in fact, is all about that show. She tweets about it 7 times a day.
Listen to me. You look me in the eyes right now. There's no light-skinned Wakandans. It's impossible. If they've been closed off, 100.
Well,
There's only ever been one mixed race Wakandan, and he's an X-Men. And he got kicked out of Wakanda. I forgot his name. Oh, Gentle. Are you up on Gentle?
I don't know Gentle.
Go look him up. Look him up. He's a great character.
Gentle. I already hate the name.
I want to see that. I want to see more of that. I want to see where they're going with the whole Namor thing, and then obviously, maybe we'll get a look at
Yeah, fuck this guy.
You looked up Gentle.
He just looks like a punk.
Obviously, I want to see. I want to see a reveal for freaking Ant-Man. Bill Murray is in this movie. Let's not forget that. All right. Did you forget that Bill Murray was in the new Ant-Man movie?
I didn't know that. This is actually news to me. What you're saying?
Yeah. It's gonna be amazing. Whatever.
He's playing. He'll be like Dr. Doom.
I would kill myself. I think Ant-Man might be the best property the MC it doesn't get the respect it deserves, and
it doesn't. No, I agree. And
he's
now that I've seen Phase 4 where they have all these stinkers.
Yeah,
it makes Ant-Man look way better. The ladies are already talking about Bridgerton.
Yeah, no light skin Black Panther.
No, he should play the person that she's talking about right now, the main Bridgerton guy. He should be the Black Cyclops.
No, why do you? What is this affinity with making Cyclops black?
Because Cyclops has no edge.
Right.
There's nothing about his character. He's a black character.
Are black people just naturally edgy?
Yeah. No, we have to do something to mix them up. What would you say? How would you? And here's what I'm saying. It's way too early to make him go dark. It's too early.
Bob Saget should have been the only person to ever play Cyclops. He's always been Cyclops, like good Cyclops, goody two shoes. Who would probably play a good evil Cyclops is the guy who plays Homelander, who is, by the way, coming to the MCU as well.
Who's he playing?
I forgot. I was just watching a report about this shit today, but he is going to be joining the world of the MCU in a movie. I got to look it up again. I'm sorry.
Anthony Starr is his name.
I think he would actually make a good Cyclops. I think anyone but okay. Wait, I remember your video. Go check out the Voice of the Fat Mantis, where you made this whole campaign to completely, black the eyes.
I don't understand why you hate on this idea of a black Cyclops. I think it's like amazing.
No. Because I don't need to blackwash everything.
Have you seen Cyclops?
I've read all his major arcs.
No, forget reading. Have you seen him on camera before?
Yes.
They always get the most bland white guy to play him every time. What?
Oh, two. Yeah, two.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I don't want to see another bland white guy.
So why not get an edgy white guy?
They literally one of the scripters they have for him. They're like, "What kind of guy are we casting a Cyclops?" They're like, "Just make him bland." And he's like a blonde. Like, no, blonde is too edgy. Brunette. And they're like, anything interesting about him? No, he's just there. He's there to be Jean's boyfriend. It's like the reverse sexism thing.
You're not making a strong argument. Like, you're not selling me on this, because why would him being black make him automatically interesting? Well, you're still gonna.
No, it won't make him interesting. No, it won't make him.
You're still gonna have to use his story. You're still gonna.
Yeah. Like, but also my re-envision of him is that he's a more proactive, competent leader than he's ever been. Mm-hmm. Because basically, in my opinion, Cyclops does not get interesting until he goes through that crisis of identity crisis and decides to be like, maybe I'm bad, maybe I like Magneto, kind of that whole shit.
Missed opportunity. Sebastian Stan would have made a great Cyclops.
Oh yes, he would have. He absolutely would have. What up, Pubs? Pubs in the house.
Cyclops exists to be the boyfriend holding a
strong woman's purse. Yes, that's exactly what he's there for. And honestly, as a man who feels abused in this society, I just can't take seeing another stereotype like that.
Who's abusing you?
Oh, well, every woman I've ever met, basically, at this point.
You are pretty persecuted. I've noticed that about you.
Yeah, these bitches are taking turns kicking me. But What all I'm saying is that like we need like yes, he's the weak beta to Gene's alpha-ness. And as a man, I can't see this. Breaks my heart. I want to like go into the screen and just look at him and go, just have some respect for yourself.
RM says your mom is.
Oh, she knows me well.
Because black people are interesting, Steve. Yes, I agree, X, but that doesn't mean a black person stepping into the role of Cyclops is going to make him any more interesting. You know what's going to happen? All you people wishing for this, and I did most certainly say you people, as soon as he does anything antiquated or stereotypical, you're all going to be out there with your little signs, your little pickets, protesting at the wrong address when you should be protesting yourselves for campaigning for this so hard. Hugh Jackman wasn't a good choice for Wolverine.
He wasn't, and he only became iconic in his own way.
Yeah,
he's his own version of Wolverine. He's not the Wolverine. He's not.
I'm sitting here thinking about edgy white guys that could play Cyclops, and it's like they're edgy white guys, man. Stop that. Stop the racism.
No, there are, but they'd be too un-Cyclopsy. That's what I'm saying. Cyclops is just like I basically want a character redesign. That's what Marvel does when they don't like a character. They're just like, this character sucks. Just
that's
change everything about him.
Professor X doesn't need to be changed. So
he doesn't need to be. You are right. I will say this: that if we're talking about like only the bland ones get changed, Cyclops is in that camp. Professor X is not. Jean Grey is not.
Right.
Storm is not. Almost any of them are not. Like the fact that Cyclops' main thing is like he's the bland one in the back.
Yeah.
It's just I can't deal with it.
I was just searching my memories. There's only one race swap I was going to be okay with. I remember we were sitting down one day. Edgy white person, you mean
like Ezra Miller?
I mean, he is pretty edgy. I was okay with the notion of Denzel Washington potentially playing Lex Luthor in The Man of Steel. Remember when this was a rumor? I
do remember this. I would have been fine with it.
It's Denzel though. He transcends.
So there are exceptions to your bigotry.
Yeah, like every good bigot, there's one rule. I have one. You know?
You're like, I'll allow that dark again. No, I because what it is like in my opinion, whiteness does not define Lex Luthor. So why can't he be black, dude?
No, that's only because of Denzel's acting chops. Like, you know, you want to see what he's going to do there because he plays himself in every movie, even when he plays a lot. You know, it's Denzel, it's evil Denzel. So I was like, let's see what Denzel does as Lex Luthor. That would have been amazing. You know, there's no reason to race Ben Cyclops. Now, if you want to race Ben any character, you can race Ben Blink. We don't know what ambiguous at best, right? Blink's not Asian. She looks like a freaking pink,
but
a purple elf.
This becomes a different problem because she is pink skin, an actual pink skin.
Yeah,
it would be if they cast a minority as Blink, it would be another case of them painting a black person a different alien color.
Why was it okay when they made the Asian person that color then?
What you're saying in the comic?
No, in the friggin' movie, Days of Future Past, they had no.
Right. I mean, here's what it is. No rule should be taken from the old movies. It's whatever. I don't remember.
You like Days of Future Past?
I did. I don't know. I did like it, but here's what it is. In order for me to enjoy the X-Men movies, I had to accept that I have to accept that they've changed everything. And this is a lesser form of the X-Men. And that's the only way I'm going to enjoy X-Men on the big screen.
I would be okay with one brown person playing Cyclops. If he's as corny as you claim he is, it's got to be Alfonso Rivera. It's got to be Alfonso, right?
No, I want a cool black guy. I want the guy who played Candyman.
Yeah,
Abdul Mateen. He'd be amazing at it.
You have a legit man crush on this dude.
I think he's awesome.
He's a look. I can see you blushing.
Yeah, here's what I'm saying. Yahya Abdul Mateen as Cyclops, the chick from Westworld as Jean Grey. Don't you?
Why you just okay? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Wouldn't you want to see them make out? I know I do.
That's not when I go to movies for. I'm not going for a pornographic.
And then I don't even know why you're going to superhero movies if you don't want to see people make out.
At the root of all your theories, it always goes back to sex, you deviant.
We're sexual creatures.
Right. Here we go.
Oh, yes, I want to see hot people hook up on screen. I feel like what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. It's not the main draw for me. For like, I wasn't going to see, Captain America in hopes that Chris Evans was going to bang someone on the screen. Like, I'm good. You're like one of the characters in The Boys. You know that, right? You're like a living character from The Boys.
Oh, I'm saying when you're casting a couple. When you're casting for a couple, you have to think about it. I'm like, well, what will they look like?
No, of course. But again, that's not why I'm not like a sexual prude, but I'm just like, I find it interesting. You're like at the root of you, like, yeah, I want to see these people bone. That's
yeah. I feel like it's valid. It's valid for casting. I think Pubs is kind of inactive tonight, which is totally cool. But I think they would back me up on this.
Yeah, no, you don't need anyone to back you up. That's your preference. You're going to see a family movie in hopes to see a nip slip. I get it.
No fuggos allowed in superhero movies. That's all right. I'm agreed, Yo, do you really want? Oh my god, do you really want to watch a bland guy make out with someone? I don't.
Again, our thinking is different. I feel as if we're back in the why don't I know adult actors' names conversation, which you were highly offended by. I don't know any of their names. I don't care. It's a shameful act. I don't care to know their names. I don't want to know their names.
Ara says no fuggos allowed in superhero movies. This isn't a Northern European procedural show. It's absolutely true. Denmark, Norway, all of Finland. They all have those procedural shows. Their actors are just ugly for some reason. They have no problem with casting ugly people. It's like they don't have eyes or something.
You should move to Van Nuys, California. You could probably help resurge at the casting couch scene and friggin' Pub says, okay, sure, maybe you're not thinking about it, but isn't it nice? Plus, when they are hot, again, don't have a problem with this on the surface level, but I know Mantis and I know there's a deeper perversion that's going on here.
There's no deeper perversion. Basically, here's what it is. I love you, brother. I just realized you don't have what it takes to be a casting director, which is cool.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not going to pull that move that I think that you're alluding to. You're like, listen here, me and the guys were just talking in the back, and Herogasm is a very serious artistic scene, and we just don't think you have the chops for it.
Yeah.
What can I do to prove myself? I don't know, top of my head. I'm trying to think of ways that you can be more.
Let's get into this, because I noticed that phrase as well. Public said deeper perversion. Mantis wants to know, what do you mean by that? What is a deeper perversion? What do you think is going on?
It's 2022. You live your best life. That's all I'm saying. I support you.
So look, bro. If you don't realize this simple truth, then I don't know what to do for you. But superheroes live
right,
super powered, super dramatic lives, and their love lives have to be as super crazy as their normal crime fighting lives.
I know.
One minute they're fighting crime, and the next minute they're banging on the top of a skyscraper.
Let me ask you a question.
The flames of their enemy spaceship falls into the East River. This is what we want to see. This is the formula.
You just described the scene from the Watchmen movie.
Did I? I mean, I didn't realize. Obviously, they had good vision right there. And what I'm saying is, I don't want to see two awkward looking fuggos playing grab action in the shower.
I think you were
probably an epic love tale.
I think you were pretty upset that Captain America and the Black Widow took an entire trip with each other in the car and no one got smashed. I can see you at watching Winter Soldier like, unrealistic. They were in a car with each other for at least 3 hours. He should have got some by then. Am I right?
Okay. Someone remove Pubs from chat. No, they just said they're on your side. No. We don't.
This is our only mod.
Although I thought it was cute that Captain America and Black Widow were like, I was shipping them at first.
Yeah,
I do like that they're like professional good friends.
Right.
That's cool.
Okay, I dig it.
But notice they're both hot, so they yeah, because if I have to watch two people just have a conversation, I'd rather them be hot. I'd rather them just be hot than
Breaking Bad must have been a hard show for you to
It
watch.
really was. It was. Oh, Breaking Bad is just the ugliest people live in the desert of America. Of America. This isn't a race thing.
It's just like they're so disgusting.
I was like, oh my god, Walter White. Don't even get me started. But
Oh shit. Okay, so more rumors coming out. Obviously, you're up to speed on the whole Daredevil. Basically, all but being announced coming to Disney Plus with a new outfit, new, you know, blah blah blah.
Love it.
Jessica Jones, all but confirmed. I mean, these are all still rumors and things of that
I don't
nature.
know. Wait, hold on. I know a Daredevil show is happening because they
Yeah.
did actually hire, the
writer.
creatives on that one.
Yeah.
None of the others so far can
No,
does
the
the
only
evidence
one
coverage.
that's gotten any buzz, and it's not because of that picture, like, and I have no insiders, but the one thing that keeps reoccurring is like they want to bring Jessica Jones back, and it would make sense for them to do this because
I think she's going to be in at least one episode of
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, or that's the rumor, right?
No, you're cool with her, right? Because she's not like a. Wait, let me ask you a question. This is really good because you know the story of the young lady that didn't get to play Mary Jane or what's her face in.
Oh yeah, from Amazing Spider-Man. She actually filmed.
Yeah.
She got cut out, and why do you think she got cut out? Huh? Huh?
Why don't you
Take a
tell me?
wild guess.
This is the young woman from that movie series Divergent or whatever it was, right? What's her name?
Shailene Woodley.
Yeah.
She eats mud and she's an Ugbo. And I'm not saying she's the ugliest person in the world. I'm not saying that at all. There are far uglier people, but she's not pretty enough to play Mary Jane, and I'm glad that they acknowledge that.
What about Star Wars girl? Is she
Mud eating hippie? She's cute. Star Wars girl's cute. Would I cast her as a superhero? No, I wouldn't cast her as a superhero.
But you would give her a callback, right?
Like a callback, like a professional callback, or like he tries out, doesn't make it, and then I call her to make her feel better about not getting the part. Yeah, that one. That would happen. But all I'm saying is that Shailene Woodley is not notorious, but I just don't think she has the look, and that she was cast, and she ended up they cut all of her scenes, every one of her scenes.
I think they should get more. Never mind. I'm not going to make the statement I was going to make. Never mind. That I definitely almost stepped right over the line. That's for. I was like right there, and God interceded. Yeah, man. Listen, ugly people need work too, man. And I'm not mad when they put.
Well, that's what villains are for.
Oh my goodness! You don't even know what. You don't even know what you're saying right now.
Yeah, I'm saying ugly person can play a henchman or like a minion or something.
You can't say ugly people. We're in body positivity time.
The Shailene Woodleys of the world are there to play villains and minions and stuff. Or party guest number 3.
Bartender that died.
Yeah, maybe Mary Jane could be at a party.
Yeah.
And there's someone she's chatting to that we don't hear. And then Peter go up to her, and then she's like, "Excuse me for a minute," and then she goes to Peter, and then say bye to Shailene Woodley's character.
Yeah. No, you mean not a person we don't hear, but a person we hear but we can't see. That's what you mean.
Well, they're in the background. You're not really thinking of things like her nose.
Be a producer and movie like, can we put her? No, not that one. You back more. Yes, out the shot. Man, we got way off.
So Public says, why can't Mary Jane be ugly though? She's not a superhero. So she is not a superhero, but she is the main love interest of our superhero. And so, like I said, they need to have fiery passions and beautiful people doing these types of things. I do not want Peters to end up with Shailene Woodley, because I would feel like he really lost at the end of the day. Okay. And I don't want to see Superman take an L. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, this is show business, though. You guys talk like I'm some sort of monster. This is show business. This is how it is done.
No, it's that good old school Hollywood shit. I thank you for keeping it real, man. I think we got a deep look into your psyche.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not gonna kowtow to cancel culture.
Ugly people have a place in Mandis's world, and that usually is in the kitchen, right? Wait, can you deal with ugly people bringing your food?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as long as okay, so they cannot attempt to ascend to the highest realms of. Wait, is Lawrence Fishburne ugly to you?
No, we're talking about it as Prime.
Yeah.
No,
Denzel.
I think he's a handsome man. Yeah, I think he's handsome.
Denzel's
very handsome. Yeah.
Adrian Brody, is that his name? The fellow with the big nose?
Yeah, he's handsome.
Oh, okay. See, all right. So you're leaving room for like different looks and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's different looks. There doesn't have to be one universal look. Just personally, it's interesting that like Cheyenne Woodley does not do it for me, and then she happened to be cut out of the movie. Like,
when you told me that, I was almost positive you had something to do with it. Like,
so Bubs says Toby Maguire was ugly.
Christine,
so I think he hasn't aged well, but I don't think he was ugly in his first one. What do you think?
Yeah, he's an odd-looking fella, but I thought he was a good pick for the first Spider-Man movie, like, you know, to kick it off. What, Kirsten Dunst? She on your?
Yeah, she's attractive. Yeah, she's pretty.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's what I'm saying. Hollywood has done a really good job of gatekeeping the fugbos out. And so only a few fugbos like sneak in. So
only a few of them have managed to make it into Burbank. Climb over the wall.
Sneak into this prestigious business.
Because Mantis isn't there and being the Minuteman for ugly people in Hollywood.
Yo, I send emails to producers and be like, have you noticed this person is ugly? So I'll let you know. I heard who you cast. Tom Holland and Zendaya are so cute together, by the way. I don't ship real people, but I'm pulling for those crazy kids. They are so adorable together. Oh my god.
And Zendaya does not have attractive parents, and they came together, made an Uber baby. Go look at her parents. I challenge you.
Wait, hold on. I think that checks out.
Yeah.
I think two Ugbos do make a pretty picture. I think I heard that somewhere actually. I am absolutely. So wait, hold on. Is it pronounced Zendaya or Zendaya?
I've always said Zendaya, but
I like Zendaya better. I thought that I was just mispronouncing.
I don't think it's weird that people want to sexualize her, but that, again, this is my hang up. You know, I'm not on that ship. Yeah. Ariana Grande, and you know, they're always going to be forever children to me. So, and that doesn't matter to them. Like, you know, yeah, they look like they're not. You know what I'm trying to get out here, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, perverts.
You're saying something about petite women.
No, I'm saying something about perverts and a certain type of petite.
No, you're saying petite women look like children.
No, I'm saying that perverts like a type of petite woman that doesn't age.
So, but I'm saying by that does that fault that should Zendaya never be allowed to get some? Because
no. Age appropriate, but you know, when you know savages are sitting around talking about Ariana Grande, I kind of give them a side eye. 40-year-olds and such, you know, like I'm just like, that's odd. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I've never met either actress. I think I would have a conversation because at the end of the day, it is really mental, the maturity thing. And so you know, if somebody is really,
I'm not talking about maturity. I'm talking about their physical presence.
Right, but you can't let that. You're gonna let that hang over your head all the time. You're gonna have a conversation with someone and constantly. I keep thinking of them as an 11-year-old.
Oh no, I wouldn't even be in the same space. I just be like, I wouldn't like mentally. We wouldn't be in that same space. I just be like, yo, what's up?
I'm the animal, and you won't be in the same room as Ariana Grande.
No, I mean, like mentally spaced. Like Ariana Grande would be like my little homegirl. I'd be like, yeah, what's up, Ari? How you living?
You know, RM says Lawrence Fishburne was hot when he was young. Denzel, of course.
Great movies, man. Great movies. Great catalog.
I thought he was a good pick too, but he's no Henry Cavill. Yeah, so I mean, I think everyone has their own hotness about them. You know, there's different types. And so, what?
Everyone has their own hotness?
No, not everyone. I'm sorry. But different people have different hotnesses, and so I think Tobey Maguire is like nerdcore, you know, attractive. Maybe he's not hot, but attractive, right?
No, I don't find him attractive. You know, it's Tobey Maguire, bro. What about the Hobbits? Everyone that played the Hobbit was less than attractive.
Speaking of looking like children, right? So if he makes a good superhero, then that proves Fugbos can be superheroes too. But however, I'm gonna, if I was a casting director, I would not put him in that category.
So it's essentially the only time ugly people get to act in movies for you is when they have a mask on, or they're a carny folk, or they're a supervillain. That's when they're invited.
Yeah. You understand? Okay, you figured it out. You understand it now. So here's the thing. Here's basically the thing.
Okay.
There is there's this line where there's the shallow and there's the deep, right? There's the artistry and then there's like a movie or whatever, action movie. And every movie has to have some level of shallowness as the thing that sells it, so you can get the deep message across. We can't pretend that physicality and attractiveness and beauty and aesthetics don't exist in the world.
Right.
Anyone who's saying that is living a pipe dream. There's some hippie who's high right now. He's like, I wish everyone would love each other and just cuddle each other. And there's no such thing as appearance, but there is. There clearly is.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't do well with a Sundance Festival. Like you should. Not be-
yeah. Oh, those movies are the worst.
It's like I went to go see a 2-hour movie. There were nothing but ugly people in it. The story was great, but I could not look at the hideous people.
And so, it drives me nuts when people say people are too attractive for something. Like, for instance, like Henry Cavill's too attractive to take him seriously. And I'm like,
no, Henry Cavill's a great actor.
I think he's a good actor. But, I think it is all right to sell beauty in a movie since it is a visual media.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying that that's not a deal breaker for me. Like when I go see a movie, I do go to see the acting chops now, But again, I'm a guy who doesn't know the name of adult film actors, and you told me that I was a sexist, and I believe you said that I saw them as less than human because I would remember their names.
It sounds like something I would say. Zendaya can clean up nice and look beautiful, and she can look pretty plain. That's actually great for an actress. Yes.
Yeah.
I think she's gorgeous. I love her.
Yeah, she is like a cute little sister.
RM says, I don't watch Bridgerton for Ugbos making out. Let's be real. Boom.
Yeah, well, too many black people in that show for me. Doesn't make sense. They're in the wrong position, right? We all know the Victorian era.
Okay, so even though I'm not a Bridgerton fan, I'm not a hater though. I understand the brilliance of it, but you realize there's a plot. It's not like trick casting. There's a plot device in there.
Yeah, no, I know, and it's also consistent with acting, Broadway and theater and stuff like that. I love that they do that.
Yeah,
I'm just having a little fun with the fact that, it's Bridgerton, right? It's porn. It's basically porn with wigs and fops.
It's a more expensive soap opera.
Every show she makes is a highbrow porn scandal.
I don't know if it's porn, but it's
porn.
It's a racy soap opera.
Shapiro is officially sponsoring me. It's porn and it's indecent. Lainey says it's totally soft porn.
Jesus Christ. And also look at Lainey's picture. She's got a stupid smile on her profile picture. Like she's thinking of Ray Jean or whatever his name is.
You know what's crazy? There was one scene in there where he's like boxing, and I was like, man, combat sports have really come far from when people were just winging punches around like psychopaths, man. Good for them.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting? It's like martial arts, they really have to borrow. Basically, we needed an international eating of ideas for superior martial arts to come about. For like modern.
Let me ask you a question. Your kung fu flicks, do they need to be filled with attractive people?
So checking out, yes, they do. Yeah. But however, what I have learned to understand is that in Asia, there is a different definition of what beauty is.
Mm-hmm.
And since it's their movies, it's their standards. But like, for instance, one of the complaints that a lot of Chinese people said about Shang-Chi is that he looks too Western. And he's not the type of attractive hero that they're used to seeing.
I thought that was bugged out because literally, they did not reject Bruce Lee on that same standard when he came back to do Shaw Brothers movies, and he's like a quarter German. Like they
right.
might give him that same smoke.
No, hold on. But however, I think that he does look very like. I think he looks more like Chinese hero than, because I think what's his face, the guy who plays Shang-Chi, is very handsome. I guess I guess I can't really tell what is Asian hot or whatever, but I guess they want their heroes looking more like BTS.
No, not China. They reject that. Oh, you haven't heard about this? We can't say it on air. Maybe we'll save it for fanboy. No, go.
No, why can't we? We've gone. You realize we've hit like 50 topics. You're like, we can't say it on air. We can't say it on air. Like, how racy is a BTS topic?
No, well,
China.
Yes, China has rejected the Korean boy band sensation. They and plus I don't want to misquote it, but I'm almost sure it's illegal. Like they're like, no, not happening. Can't perform here. Can't tour here. Also, they outlawed porn, so
right. But like, I think the guy who is in Shang-Chi is very handsome.
Yeah.
But they reject that level, that type of
beauty.
They
rejected him because he wasn't born in China. All right, let's just cut right to it. That's why they rejected that poor kid, man.
There's nothing wrong with your profile pic, but you have a smirk in your profile pic, and you're talking about so the comment, there's you with a smirk, and it says Bridgerton is definitely soft porn.
I'm telling you right now, man.
It's a funny image.
Keep Black Panther team dark skin, or else there's going to be war.
I don't know what they're going to do with that movie. That movie is speeding toward a wall right now. It's somebody who's in a race car and they put it on 200 miles an hour and they're headed toward a wall.
The only light-skinned person I want to see in Black Panther is Sebastian Stan as White Wolf.
Right, he's the white guy they keep around for kicks. And yeah. I've been watching Sopranos, and everyone is so hot in that show, and they are not actually hot in real life.
Yeah, Tony Soprano is not a good-looking guy, but he got laid.
So many women are all about him.
He got laid. You know what? Apparently a really nice guy. Hey, if you have not seen his last film before he passed away, go check out The Drop. Have you seen this movie?
No.
Oh, with him and Tom Hardy, it's amazing, man. It's an absolutely amazing movie, bro.
I'll check that out. Acting and storyteller can make people hot and give the audience a sexual tension they want without needing to cast actors that are traditionally hot.
Like Woody Allen.
We mean the people you're saying the people he casts. Because I know you're not talking about him as an actor.
Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld is a handsome dude.
No, he is the exception to the rule. As his fame grew, he became more attractive to people. Just like Elaine. No one was really checking for Elaine in the beginning of the show. And then you're like, oh, man.
I've never been about Elaine.
Oh, that's racist.
Wait, why?
What you deal with Elaine? You got something against curly hair?
I'm just saying I've never found her. She's kind of playing.
You are. I've known you for quite some time.
I guess I'd have to do a Sopranos check of their level of attractiveness. But remember, I'm not saying everyone. I just want to remind everyone, I'm not comparing their beauty to Henry Cavill or everyone's hot. There are different types of hot.
Right. There's a different type of hot which allows you to sit at a table with certain people, and then there's the type of hot where it's like, hey, you have to sit at this other table. Is what you're saying? They have to be segregated and kept in their place.
Basically, there are 12 molds. And if you it's like that episode of that's so funny. I said 12. It's like that episode of Twilight Zone called Number 12 Looks Just Like Me. Yeah. And it's when you hit a certain age, they take your mind and they put you into a body, and there's basically 12 looks you can have.
Yeah,
that's it. And so everyone looks alike. And so the people who plays her mom and dad are also playing all the other characters because everyone looks alike in that society in some way.
Now, The Matrix must have been an easy watch for you, filled with attractive people.
I agree.
And the bad guy was not a good-looking guy.
Cypher was kind of ugbo, but he's playing a villain, and that's how we knew he was going to be the traitor.
Because ugly
person in the ship. and Agent Smith is attractive, but he's like villainous attractive because he looks like a creep.
This is fascinating. We need to just have like an episode where I can really break this down with you, like get it in writing so we can just go through it. Like you put a lot of thought into this. I respect it.
We're saying I find it boring when actors who look like Superman as a cast, but I get why it's appropriate for more. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think everyone should be Henry Cavill. I said like that's why I think not Tom Holland. Tobey Maguire is handsome, but he's handsome in like a nerdly way, you know. I mean, I don't know how to make you guys understand. Oh, look at Eddie in Stranger Things. People are thirsting for that actor, but it's all charisma. He's definitely mid-level as far as his looks.
Is that the one Doja Cat jumped out the window for and got herself into some social media trouble?
Yeah. Wait, you saw the new Stranger Things?
I have not. I've watched one episode of Stranger Things in like the last 4 years. I have not made my way through it at all. I know it's good and I know I need to get on it, but I just I don't have the time. I got stuff.
I understand some things don't fully connect, and I can see why that.
Yeah, no, I want to watch it. I just like I think it might have ruined that for me. They came out around the same time.
Very end.
Yeah. And then it's like Ghostbusters, but I know it's amazing. Everyone says it's amazing. I feel like it's a long episode of Heroes, though, is the vibe I get from it. It feels like the last season of Heroes.
Wait, well, I'm saying that one again. I was distracted.
Were you thinking about attractive people?
I was just Publix. The fact that Benedict Cumberbatch gets work over the show. Do you not think that he's an attractive man?
Is he like that's like the beauty standard right there, right? You know what? We should talk about the controversy.
Is Benny C not hot?
Huh?
Is Benny C not hot? Benedict Cumberbatch, is he not a hot man? I thought Doctor Strange is not a handsome man?
He didn't look that great when he was about to get blown up by a Black Bolt. That Strange looked pretty pathetic. Looked old. Are you up on the controversy surrounding the Black Queen, the movie with Viola Davis? Is it?
No, Black Queen. I don't know anything about this.
Oh, you need to go check out the trailer. Hey, your boy is working, by the way. The kid that was in Star Wars that spoke out against Star Wars, and he was like, "I'll probably never work again." He is working.
Oh, thank God! Thank
he didn't
God.
get Ray Fisher. Did Ray Fisher get his millions? Did they ever pay that man or no?
I don't think so.
Oh damn.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think he just lost. He lost in that game.
You know who I think would agree with some of this sentiment? Like he'd be like, "See, this guy gets it," and then you'll be like, "Whoa, we're not on the same page." Josh Whedon. Like if Josh Whedon was watching this episode, he's like, "This Mantis guy, he really gets it."
So you're comparing me to the.
No, I'm not comparing you. I'm saying that I literally said you would have a moment where he would think you guys were on the same page, and he'd be like, "Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell that brainless actress Gal Gadot." And you're like, No. We're not on the same page here. So he's like, "No, we're not." Only attractive David Boreanaz, not an attractive guy.
Wait, ladies, or not even ladies, anyone in chat can chime in on this.
No, I'm saying he's not. You have to admit that the plastic surgery wore off. He started,
I think he's attractive. I think he's a handsome man.
Yeah.
He's not. I'm saying he's not like. That's why he does television instead of movies, because he's not like that.
Oh, there it is. That's that classic Hollywood versus like television troglodytes. I love it. I cast thee out.
Oh yeah, like television. That's what I'm saying. If you don't make the cut for go to television if you can't do it in Hollywood. But I wish Shailene Woodley should do neither.
Now, correct.
She should be a waitress at Friendly's. It's like
now does she work there and work at Walmart? What are you saying?
She's not attractive enough to be in Walmart.
Let's get the hell out of this.
Yeah, let's get out of here. David Boreanaz was hot when he was younger, and as he got older, he got weird looking. So there we go. So there you guys go. You got to see us be just animals. Just just an animalistic episode, but we saw a lot of funny, interesting things.
Go check out the leak of The Mandalorian for yourselves. I'm interested to have a more robust conversation about it. I just didn't want to. I don't know how many people. I know it's a dear beloved project. Go check that out. Bunch of shit.
Do you have any shout outs or anything you want to do?
Say that, man. You ugly person hating Nazi you. Bunch of stuff going on in the Hold Up TV. Shout out to Gray Winthrop, Cat with a fancy hat, for the review of Miss Marvel. Go check that out on Fight Juice. Dope Dynamics tomorrow night. Dope Dynamics. Then Princess Bex will be coming with her show pretty soon.
I've been waiting for that one. I keep worrying I missed it. I'm like, yeah, did I not gonna?
You know, all the stuff going on in the Hold Up TV, man. But shout out to DJ Sensi Star. Make sure you go support him. Check him out on Mixcloud Thursdays and Fridays. And then yeah, that's all I got, man.
Well, shout out to motherfucking me because I'm amazing. Every weekday morning, 11:30 ish, we're gonna be doing brunch with the Fat Mantis. So I hope to see you guys in the morning. I'll be there with bells on. Of course, Wednesday night we're gonna have Rogue Planet, and then also on Friday I'm gonna be doing my Dark Planet stuff, and that's usually reading creepypastas or anything horror related. You know, I just recently did my mukbang, my satanic mukbang. That was a lot of fun. It was gross, but I like suffering for my art. You know what I mean? Remember to keep tuning into Voice of the Fat Mantis. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Check out both our channels. Check out down in the comments. We've got it all. Remember to spade and neuter your cat. And until next time, ciao for now.
Ugly people, we support you.
I don't support